I don't think that you can get rid of mental illness, and I don't think the answer is to ban guns. We need to ban schools. You can't shoot up a place if it doesn't exist.
True.
We've been going after the wrong noun. And you're like, Drew, that seems insane. Well, does it? Because no one was in school last year and fucking none happened. And I know, you're like, but Drew, mass shootings happen in places that are not schools. Okay, ban those places too. I'm an introvert. I don't give a shit.
Ban schools, that will solve all our problems.
Did you know more Europeans die from heat than Americans die from guns? I'll say it again, okay? More Europeans die from the summer than Americans die from an entire year of guns. And it doesn't even get that hot in Europe.
Yes.
Well, not since 1945. Oh, that's where you guys draw the line, okay?
Wow.
Europeans are arrogant little haters, are little faggots. We saved their asses with guns. We saved them. And now they have the nerve to die from no air conditioning. And immigrants, but no air conditioning.
What is Europe doing? Please get yourself together.
If I had a gun, I wouldn't rob a bank, right? I'd get an appointment with my GP. March into that waiting room. Okay, listen up, everybody. I didn't want to have to do this, but I got no choice. I've woken up with a stiff neck. And I got 5 aside tonight. I've been on hold since this morning. Receptionist wouldn't take any shit. She'd have a sawn-off shotgun behind the desk. No one gets the same-day appointment unless you need emergency care. Now you're eligible. Please phone the surgery tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
No, that's not what you use guns for.
I am a recent gun owner. I became a gun owner in 2020, okay? When we were in the middle of it. Every morning watching the news, we didn't know what was gonna happen. And it started to feel irresponsible not preparing myself for a worst case situation. Every morning watching the news, it felt like we were headed towards the purge.
Wow. Makes sense.
Some of you are laughing, but think about this. The purge would have taken less time.
I'm so glad he got a gun, finally.
Good evening. Welcome to another episode of The Sun Never Says on Government. Today, we're going to be discussing the validity of the Second Amendment. To talk about this, we invited Second Amendment expert Jeremy Hamilton. Jeremy?
Yes, the Second Amendment might have been good for the Founding Fathers, but they did not anticipate the killing machines that guns would become in this century.
Interesting. Also joining me today is a random gun enthusiast my producer found on the street.
My name's Randy.
Thanks for being here today, Randy. And what is your position on the Second Amendment?
I reckon guns are good. Guns go boom.
Interesting. Please continue.
To me, in my mind, guns are freedom, and freedom is good.
Guns kill tens of thousands of Americans every year.
People have been killing each other since the dawn of time. What about swords?
What about swords?
What about swords?
Swords are dangerous and cool, just like guns. Are you going to pass a law and take away all my swords too?
What do you mean, all your swords?
Well, this one here is my stabbing sword. This one here is my slashing sword. This one here is my home defense assault sword. And this one here is my concealed carry blade.
You need a permit for that?
Not in this state.
Wow.
And this one here is my hobo knife.
Regardless, okay, sword deaths cannot compare to gun deaths.
That's a nice collection, actually. And the best way to solve an argument.
When a civilian tries to stop one of these instances, they're overwhelmingly successful.
Really? If you have a deadly weapon, you can stop another person with a deadly weapon better than if you didn't and were a sitting duck? That's so crazy. How could that be true? Because I'm watching a biracial, bisexual woman tell me, never gonna happen, miss. They're always, the white men are so dumb, they never win.
Leonardo Johnny, one of the comedians with absolutely no filter. I love it.
I mean, I like being from Texas. I like guns. I'm not like super into guns. You know, my friends are. They got like safes full of guns. I did buy a gun because I wanted to fit in. But I didn't buy bullets. Those are dangerous. I just got the gun so I can bond with my boys, you know? We do activities together. Like, we go to the shooting range together all the time. I don't buy bullets there either, though. I just get my gun, I go in my booth, and I make noises. I be like, blam, blam, blam. My boy was looking at me like, what are you doing? But I don't care. I just look back at him like, shut the When you don't buy bullets, you technically have access to any kind of bullets you'd ever want. It's all up to your imagination. Some days I'm in the range and I'm like, blam, blam. And I saw those Star Wars movies on TNT and I was in there like, pa-deum, pa-deum. Shit, my girl just put me onto those Harry Potter movies. I was in there like, Hip Hop Anonymous.
Shooting guns is really fun. You should definitely try some.
I don't own a gun. I'm against guns, to be honest. When I was a kid, my parents had a gun. My parents said we had to have a gun. Gotta have a gun to protect the 5 children. Of course, they eventually got rid of it to protect their 4 children.
Good one. Wow.
I'm not gonna lie, it was fun while it lasted. I was getting pretty good towards the end.
Man, that's a wild joke. I was not ready for that.
Liberals, you got to get over your fear of the gun. That's what's going to turn this country around. You got to embrace guns. Okay? They're not going anywhere. You'd have a better chance of getting rid of cheeseburgers than you are of getting rid of guns. I don't know if you ever read the history of this country. It's not what they say it was. This is gangs in New York. We came here, there was other people here, and then there weren't, right? And then there was work to be done. We didn't want to do it, and then we brought other people in. A lot of shit happened, okay? So people are strapped because you don't know what's going to happen. But then liberals are like, oh, I got to stop the guns. I got to make a sign, stop the guns. Right? No, embrace them. Level the playing field out. That's what's going to stop these hate groups, I think, anyways. Because they're not afraid, because they're armed and you're not. So basically, what's going to turn this country around is the day a vegan beta male with a man bun does a drive-by in a Prius at a Klan rally and exposes them for the they really are. Nothing's going to happen.
Everybody need to embrace guns. They are not going anywhere. Sorry.
I shot a machine gun for the first time at 4 years old. Yeah, but I wasn't allowed to watch The Simpsons until I was 13. I feel like I was raised like a member of the Taliban. And if you can believe this, I ended up buying my own machine gun when I became an adult. They actually are legal in certain states. It's a long story. We don't have to get into it right now. But one of the, if you own a legal machine gun, there's like rules, specific rules you have to follow. Unless you have one illegally, then there's no rules. You can kind of do whatever you want. But mine's legal, so I have to follow the rules. One of the rules is if you want to travel with it to another state, you have to file paperwork with the federal government telling them exactly what address you plan to go to and what you plan to do with it when you get there. And you got to wait for it to be approved before you can do it, right?
Really?
I've never done this, but I've always wanted to fill out that form. And for the address, put 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C. And for the reason of my visit, to protect America.
What is this guy doing? He's gonna get arrested if he keeps doing this.
I believe in gun rights. I believe the government has no right to tell you what kind of guns you can and can't have, how many guns you can and can't have. I believe that 100%. Raul, why do you have a gun? I'll tell you the truth. Look, I have a gun because I don't have time to learn karate. That's what a gun is to me. Matter of fact, anytime you pick up a gun, you just picked up 15 years of karate. It's intimidating, right? Especially when you pull it out and use it as a hearing aid and you're like, what was that shit, man? I didn't fucking hear you. Who's a bitch? Oh, no. Yo, you were saying something, man.
Man, once you have a gun, no need to learn karate. That's just common sense.
Teenage boys are all screwed up now. I was watching 60 Minutes. They had a whole thing about how teenage boys are watching so much porn now, they don't have sex anymore. Then the same episode, it said teenage boys are watching shoot movies and it makes one to shoot. Well, which one is it? How come sex movies make you not want to have sex, but shoot movies make you want to shoot? I think because it's easier to get a gun in America than it is to get laid. Ladies, you have a much harder background check than a gun store. No guy's ever gone to buy a gun. The dude behind the counter is like, I can't do it, man. You're 5'4". We got standards here at this Walmart. It is crazy to me we don't ask one question about women in the background check. That feels relevant. We should add that in. Guys like, I'd like to buy one gun. All right, fill out this paperwork. I need the phone number of 2 ex-girlfriends. Guys like, never had a girlfriend. No gun for you. A friend of mine, she asked me, she goes, why do men like guns so much? So I was like, I don't know. I think because it gives you a little power. Because ladies, when it comes to sex, generally speaking, you have all the power. You can take a girl out all night, dinner, drink. She's like, this is fun, but it's not going to happen. You bring a gun, you're like, I think it's going to happen.
Wow, that was actually a great set from Mark Normand. One of my favorite comedians for sure.
We moved to the country 27 years ago. About a year into living there, I sat her down one night and I said, I know you don't want guns in the house because we have small children, but sweetheart, where we live, if somebody breaks in the middle of the night, unless the officer of the law happens to be on our living room couch eating a sub sandwich, it's not going to end well for us. So we need to get comfortable. We need to take classes. We need to learn how to handle firearms. And she reluctantly, she goes, all right, I'll go. So she shoots, puts the gun down. I'm not doing this. I'm not. I said, all right, new rules. If I'm not home and some guy breaks in, just start talking to the guy about his health. Bring up his blood pressure, his cholesterol, how his parents are probably disappointed in his life choices. Shame him, Tammy. You're good at that. Just shame him.
What? That's never gonna work.
I don't have a gun for the same reason I don't have a waffle maker. Like, I'm not gonna buy something I don't get to use every damn day, right? You get the waffle maker, you're gonna make waffles every day, you get too big. I have the gun, I'm about to use that every day too. Like, I'm doing this tonight, I'm doing a new joke, it's not going very well, pull the gun out. Guess who's laughing, dude? You guys are having fun, you know? Or like me and my girl, we can't decide where to get dinner. Where does she want to go, ladies? Sweet Greens. Where do I want to go, boys? Outback Steakhouse. That's right. I know what you're thinking. There's not an Outback in the city limits. I know. We're going to the Outback by the airport. You understand?
Why not use your gun every day? You can shoot at the gun range anytime you want.
Like this summer, first time ever, I shot guns in New Hampshire. For everyone that's uncomfortable, let me just say everything was safe. Everyone got away. I'm a liberal, I'm very against guns, but then I realized from that experience there's certain perspectives they leave out of the gun debate. For example, when I was holding that semi-automatic shotgun in my hands, I thought, wow, this could solve most of my problems.
It would.
My boss needs to give me a raise. The woman who gave me chicken tenders at 7-Eleven should have called me sir.
Yes, once you try out guns, you can never go back without one.
I'm like the last person that needs a gun, okay? Because I rent an apartment. I don't even own my own place. So I'm just gonna get a gun and defend another man's property? Like I'm some kind of stepfather? Just patrol my building like I'm not the step tenant, I'm the tenant who stepped up.
My dude, you should step up your game, stop renting and buy a property, and then get a gun. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and click right here to watch the next one. Bye bye.